Day 1, final round, 2019 doubles was today from the beginning all the way up until top 4. The top 4 for you is Daiku Kosalix, Boomy Sandstorm. That'll be your first match in winners. And then in losers, you have Remy Faison versus Isidru and Cody Travis. Our predictions weren't the worst. They weren't the best, but they were okay. We both believe, well, I believe that Boomy and Sandstorm were going to be in there and that Remy and Faison were going to be in there. And didn't we also, I think we also called Cody Travis and Isidru, right? So yeah, so we got 3 or 4. Not bad on that one. Daiku Kosalix is a surprise. Daiku is a longtime player who in the beginning was truly a different breed of player than anyone else in Brawlhalla. Came across on online tournaments and was winning when the servers were hosted in North America with huge ping disadvantage against players who were amazing in North America, but Daiku was still just trashing everybody, making everybody look worse than they actually were. So we've already have some upsets coming into this. Addy Cake, not in top 4. Your previous 2v2 world champions kind of having a rocky start to their 2019 season. Remy and Faison. People were wondering what was going to happen with Boomy and Remy once they broke up. I mean, everybody thought that Boomy and Sandstorm, 1v1 world champion, 2v2 two-time world champion, that's just a recipe for success. We were kind of wondering what was going to happen with Remy. Faison and Lilcapt broke up their team as well. Faison was kind of the star of that team, so people were thinking, okay, he'll land in a good spot. What's going to happen with Lilcapt? Of course, Lilcapt landed with Ethan, and they played really well today. And then Faison, of course, is with Remy in top 4. So everybody is kind of shuffling around their teams, but the best teams are still continuing to do really well. Cody Travis and Isidru, absolutely nuts today. Like, Cody Travis really showed up to play today.
Cody Travis and Isidru. This is payback for winning championship grand
Travis
finals.
off stage in this game 1 is looking so incredible. Sandstorm can't even make it back. That was sidelight Sair, delayed falling Sair.
Playing the best we've ever seen him in the years and years that we've watched him. Really reaching his full potential. He has a great teammate in Isidru. They play off of each other so well. They can both be self-sufficient while also coming together at times. They have great 2v2 follow-ups. Their signature usage amongst their characters is so good. Honestly, I can see probably any of these top 4 taking the entire tournament. I know Remy is feeling confident. He was telling me he's going to take the whole thing. Isidru and Cody Travis are just playing truly incredible right now. Daiku and Kosalix, all the times that I've gotten my hopes up for Daiku, more often than not, my hopes are dashed eventually, so I'm a little bit afraid to get my hopes up again for that, but I think the fact that they made it to top 4, the potential is there. So many amazing moments from both of them in 2v2 today. It wasn't Kosalix carrying Daiku, it wasn't Daiku carrying Kosalix. They were trading back and forth, picking up the ball when the other one happened to drop it in any single moment. Final round 2019 Day 2 recap. Singles pools played from the beginning all the way to top 8 today. Top 8 will finish on Sunday, but we saw a lot happening in singles today. Dobrain not only made it out of pools on the winner's side, he knocked Boomy down into the loser's bracket. That's probably Dobrain's highest PR knockout in maybe his entire career. Like, that's such a big win for him, and he's got to feel so good going into singles, especially because he wasn't in the 2s bracket at all. He didn't have a 2s partner. He only played once, so he focused on one thing, and so far it's looking really good for him. His fate is looking nutty. He's probably the best fate in the world right now. But speaking of fates, we also had Tiffany coming through with an absolutely bonkers fate today. She was looking so good. And at one point, I was sitting next to Creed as Boomy was going into his match against Tiffany, and Creed was so worried. But then Tiffany ran into Boomy, and it was like not even a problem. Boomy is such a scary competitor. He showed domination in 2s that continued today, even though he got knocked into the loser's bracket. Like, that just fired him up more, and he is going to be looking absolutely nuts tomorrow in singles and in doubles. So much good stuff happened today. Top 32 was really amazing. This tournament was super stacked. It's not even like all of the people. Like a good chunk of EU isn't even here, but still this tournament is so stacked. Everybody in the top 32 of the bracket, like 90% of it, they're all killers. Today was so good. I had so much fun watching today. Day 3 recap, final round 2019. It was a very long day full of some of the best Brawlhalla that we have ever seen, almost on par with the World Championship. Maybe not quite, but it's right there, and it's just the beginning of the season. In twos, our top 3 was Boomy Sandstorm coming in first. In second, we had Cody, Travis, and Isdru, big surprise there. And in third, we had Daiku and Koslix. Also a pretty big surprise. Daiku known as a twos player, but long ago, and Koslix not really known as a twos player. And then in singles, in first place, we had Sandstorm winning both twos and ones. In second place, Boomy, of course, his teammate. So we had a grand finals with both members of that team in both game modes. And then in third, his best land placement to date coming out, STTP Wilson. One of my favorite players in the game, showing that even though he almost quit at the end of last year, like there's still room for Wilson to grow, and he's making up ground every single time we see him. And this is the beginning of the year. Like land season just started. This is the absolute beginning. This is the foundation that's being built for the year, the potential for growth of all of these players that were here at final round and maybe weren't able to make it and had to watch it at home. The growth is going to be huge from all of these players in terms of talent, skill, consistency, pressure. Everything is going to be so great this year. Thank you all for tuning in to Final Round 2019, and if you don't mind, I'm a little bit tired.
I'm big and tall, man. I gotta step back here, man. So count 3. 1, 2, 3.